The Hilton Head real estate market has all the characteristics of becoming a seller's market. That's according to a local realtor. Flood insurance changes continue to impact South Carolina realtors, and jumbo mortgages are returning to the market with competitive rates. All that and much more. Keep watching. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and here are your headlines. South Carolina Realtors is offering a webinar about the new seller disclosure and seller disclosure addendum that was recently updated by the South Carolina Real Estate Commission. The webinar is scheduled for July 25th at 12 p.m. and realtors can register on the SCR website at www.screaltors.org. The webinar will be recorded and archived on the website for those who are unable to attend. Realtors are encouraged to view the webinar prior to August 1st when the new disclosures will be required. Any property being considered for short sale approval must be listed on the Multiple Listing Service, or MLS, for 5 consecutive days, including 1 weekend prior to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac approving the offer. This represents a change in their short sale guidelines. Both companies will require submission of printed copies of the property's MLS listing in the geographic area in which the property is listed. The change takes effect August 1st. Rodney Engard, president of Engard Real Estate Company, presented Bluffton High School teacher Josh Fox with the 2013-2014 Teacher of the Year Award on May 29th. That's the 9th year Engard Real Estate and Shell Hall have presented this award. In addition, Engard presented the 2013 Shell Hall Engard Real Estate Company Scholarship Award to Bluffton senior Elizabeth Ann Collins. Weichert Realtors Coastal Properties will host a grand opening event for new models at Abbey Glen from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, July 27th. The event is free and open to the public and will include seminars, tours of the Oconee and Hawthorne models, and refreshments. Abbey Glen is located on US 278 near the Walmart in Hardeeville. Across Hilton Head Island, conditions seem to be shifting from a market favorable for buyers to one in which sellers have more control. Both sales volume and median price is up. Realtor Chip Collins with Collins Group Realty told the Island Packet that the market is continuing to heal, and as inventory declines, a seller's market could emerge. According to Collins, Hilton Head has many of the characteristics in place for a seller's market to return, including multiple offers, declining inventory, increasing ratio of sales prices to list price, and declining days on the market. The National Association of Realtors has issued an update to help realtors stay informed regarding the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. National Association of Realtors has taken steps to address the serious concerns raised by the scheduled implementation of the NFIP reform legislation. They include an enhanced Realtor.org flood page, which provides extensive information, summaries, reports, analyses, fact sheets, and informational videos. Also, the NAR's Legal Affairs Department has developed information on how members should address disclosure concerns and issues related to flood insurance and increased flood insurance premiums. There's also a NAR webinar with FEMA officials. And jumbo mortgages are back on the market with more flexible products from more lenders and at interest rates that are inching ever closer to the terms offered to buyers of much less luxurious homes. That's according to the Island Packet. As a result, more purchasers are able to consider buying higher-end homes, a market that has been stagnant since the economic downturn. Nationally, the annual dollar volume of jumbo loans is on pace to be the best since 2007, as lenders seek to establish or cement customer relationships by offering these mortgages. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Stay with us, because Charles Sampson will be with us from Charter One Realty after the break. With me now is Charles Sampson from Charter One Realty. Thank you for being with us today, Charles.
Thank you for having us.
Now, we were just talking that you've been on Hilton Head for a long time. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've lived here?
Absolutely, be glad to. Probably the first time I got here was in '58. My wife and one daughter, we moved here in '72 and have lived here ever since. So we've been here for 40-something years.
Well, and how have you seen the island change in that time?
Oh, when we first moved here in '72, there was not the first stoplight. All the roads were single-lane roads. There were about 6,000 people, and the average age was probably 60. And so we've seen a lot of changes, a lot of good changes, some maybe not so good.
Now, I think everyone's been talking about the market at the moment. I mean, obviously, the reports are in for that, we're halfway through the year and things are for once looking good. Everyone's excited about it. So can you tell us a little bit about what's happening in the market?
The real estate market in Hilton Head has been very good. The market goes in cycles, and cycles are fear and then enthusiasm and then euphoria and stuff. And so we're probably in an up cycle of enthusiasm where prices are going to start going up. People are buying. In fact, if you compare our entire MLS between 2012 year to date and 2013 year to date, I think there were about 1,370 something property homes sold in 2012 and 1,670 something sold in 13. So that's I'm not good in math, but that's probably about a 20% increase. Villas are a little bit different. There were 630 or 40 sold in last year, and about the same number, I think 10 different. The difference between villas, though, there were 9 over $1 million this year and only 8 over $1 million last year. The highest listed one to sell last year was $1.5 million. This year there was one that was listed for $3,300,000. And the same type of thing has happened in homes. What I think we're seeing is people are buying more properties where they're coming to live. Places like Hilton Head Plantation have almost seen a 50% increase this year over the number of homes that were sold last year. And that Hilton Head Plantation tends to deal with people that are buying just second homes and homes to come to live and be part of our island. And we were out on tour today, real estate tour in Hilton Head Plantation, and we saw probably 4 or 5 homes that were on the marsh. And it's high tide today when we were out. And it's very easy to see those moss drape oaks in the water. And actually in one of the marshes there in Hilton Head Plantation, there were people fishing in a boat. So it's easy to see why people want to come and join us here and enjoy the lifestyle that we have here. In fact, I've got a couple listings that just by chance that are on the marsh. Number 7 Latson Court is a wonderful home designed by Kermit Hudgens that views the Intercoastal Waterway and the marshes of Elliott Creek. And 72 Deerfield is a home that views all the way to the Port Royal Sound and also Pine Island and the marshes of Skull Creek. So there are some great buys out there that give any type of lifestyle somebody wants, whether they want ocean, whether they want short-term rental, long-term rental, or homes that you come and live in and be able to enjoy Hilton Head day in, day out.
Well, now we were talking that rates have been in the news and they're up a little bit. Can you let us know kind of how that's affecting the market? It
is. I mean, historically, and I think you'll have a graph of probably the last 4 or 5 years where rates maybe were as high as 5%. Wow. I just had a gentleman close and he told me his rate was 2.75.
Wow.
About a month ago, the rates went from about 3.75 to about 4.75. Went a full point, but they've ticked back down. And if somebody had a mortgage on a $200,000 mortgage with an interest rate of about 3.4, and then they had to get one at 4.4, that's going to be about $115 a month. So if it was a $400,000 mortgage and it had a point increase, that's going to be about $250, $260 a month, which, does take probably some of the first-time home buyers out. But I can remember the first home I bought on Hilton Head, we thought it was a great rate at 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I mean, historically speaking, the money's still dirt cheap.
You know, as we were talking earlier before we went on camera, now is a great time to be a buyer, and if you can afford to buy it, you know, maybe buy 2 or 3. There's not a limit on how many houses and villas and condos you can buy on Hilton Head. We'd be glad to help you.
Well, I know also, especially with Hilton Head being an island, you know, you've got limited water access, so those types of properties are only going to appreciate.
I don't know that we'll get back to the 2005 prices that we had, where in 2 or 3 years prices went up like 45%.
Sure.
We've given a lot of that back, but it started at the bottom, the 200s, then the 300s, and then the 400s. There are buyers out there. If you're a seller, there are buyers out there. And they're now moving up in the price range. They're buying properties over $1 million, but they're also buying a lot of things under 500. It's that middle 6, 7, 8, 900 range that still really hadn't clicked in and is maybe starting to still continue to go down. You want to have about 6 months worth of inventory, and if you're under 6 months worth of inventory in your price range, you're probably going to get some appreciation. If you're over 6 months, you probably are going to have to adjust your price to get it sold.
Well, we're hoping to see some more activity as the rest of the year continues, right?
We do. We think this year is going to be great. There's some things on the horizon. Interest rates going up. We think they'll continue going up a little bit. We're having a little bit of problems with insurance and with getting mortgages, but we think people, once they come and visit Hilton Head and really see how great this is. The town turns 30 years old this year. Right. The island, 350 years. In fact, the big celebration, 350, 300 is coming up. And Imagination Hilton Head is something coming. Sustainability for golf is going to be an event here. Right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that's going to bring people to the island. And once you come, you'll fall in love with it, and I kind of say, come for a visit and stay for a lifetime. Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today, and we appreciate you joining us. Thank you. And we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Chrisscrip, owner of Remax Island Realty. Hi, Chris.
Hey, how are you doing, Jenny?
Great. Thanks for being with us today. Can you tell us about what trends are emerging in the Beaufort area real estate market for 2013?
Yeah, definitely, Jenny. Well, currently, we're actually up 120 transactions over this time last year. Believe it or not, property values as far as the median price has gone down. But that is also, you know, a big portion of the market, very general and not very specific. So what you really need to do is contact your local real estate agent, hopefully a Remax agent, to let you know what's really happening in your neighborhood. Now, are there some areas that are experiencing different results? Oh yes, we do. We do have a lot of neighborhoods that are totally off the trend and not doing what the basic overall trend is. Noticing volumes will be down, but sales prices will be up in a lot of these specific neighborhoods. Oh, that's great. Now, I understand you and your wife Maria own 3 Remax offices in Beaufort County. Is that why you chose to be members of both multiple listing services? Yeah, Jenny. I thought it would be a disservice to the people out there that are looking to sell their homes or to buy homes if I wasn't able to give them every tool I had in the shed as far as being able to market their properties. Absolutely. Yeah, using both MLSs actually helps the property go viral in a way in the market to where it helps the seller and it helps the buyer, both in education, marketing, and getting properties sold. Okay. Now, we know living in the Beaufort area is all about lifestyle, and one of the largest festivals of the year is about to start July 19th. Will you be attending any of the Water Festival events or shows? Oh yes, Jenny, as I always do. Water Festival is one of the biggest events held, in the entire county, I would say. It's over a week-long festival. Basically, it originated years and years ago, well over 50, some odd years ago, as the final point of a sailing regatta, where after the sailing regatta, everybody would stay on the shores of the on the rivers and just celebrate. Now it's a gigantic event that there's more than 400 volunteers that help out with this, and the planning is just immense. We have excellent bands, great food. There's a different theme every night, from Low Country Supper all the way to the Commodore's Ball. It's an amazing event.
Now, we've heard that you'll have your Remax boat in the water for opening ceremony and fireworks. Are we going to see you out there this year?
Oh, I'll be there. That is for sure. The beginning of the ceremony is one of those things that I think it's best on boat. You can get there, anchor up right near downtown park. You get to listen to the bands, see all the people, wave to a lot of friends. Then as the sun starts to set, you'll see the Marine Corps band. They start to play, listening to them as the sun sets. And then once it's set, the fireworks start going off, and then the festivities carry over from then on.
Now, I think you mentioned before we were going to have a giveaway of some sort.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll actually be sponsoring, giving away 2 pairs of tickets for every night of the event. Please go to www.eatsleepplayBuford.com to apply for this, and they'll be giving away a pair of tickets for every night of the Water Festival event.
Fantastic. Well, Chris, thank you for joining us, and we will see you on the water.
All right, I'll be there. Take care.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is David Carroll with Charter One Realty. Welcome, David.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we've been talking about the Hilton Head market. Are there any locations on Hilton Head where someone can own a property and have deep water access, a private beach, a boat dock, and both sunrise and sunset views all in one place?
Places like that are really hard to come by, but there's a few areas on the island where you can find a little corner like that. There's actually one place that has everything that you mentioned. There is a place that you can find on Hilton Head that has all that.
Well, it sounds amazing. Is it possible to acquire this property?
Like that, those credit card commercials, some things are priceless.
Right.
But this one can be purchased.
Well, can you tell us where it's located?
Yes, I can. It's on Rebo Island in Hilton Head Plantation. It's lot number 3, Rebo Island.
Now, you mentioned it had a deep water dock. Many houses that have their dock right behind the house, sometimes it blocks the water view. Is that the case with this house?
Isn't that amazing that, folks, they have a expensive boat, they have a beautiful piece of property, and the view a lot of times is obstructed by that boat. In this case, the boat dock is already there. It's a 300-foot long boat dock, and there's actually, it is placed on the side of the property, so you still have about a 160-degree view to capture that water view.
Wow.
In addition to having the dock on your property.
Now, you mentioned a private beach and sunrise to sunset views. How is that possible?
It does sound impossible, and if I didn't see it myself, I probably couldn't believe it either. But in that part of Hilton Head Island, where you're facing right toward the north end of the heel, you've got the sun rising right over here, and all day long you get to see it, and it sets right over there. And there's this beautiful little private beach that I never knew existed, and it's about 40 feet wide and about 40 feet deep, and you're the only one that can ever get to it.
That sounds amazing. Well, I'm sure, like me, our viewers are waiting for you to tell us that the property costs about $3 million. So what is the asking price?
The asking price is $1.35 million.
Wow. Unbelievable. It's a bargain, right, for all of that?
It's a bargain for those who understand value. It's almost 2 acres on the water. It has just about 800 feet of waterfront frontage, and that will be hard to duplicate, not just on Hilton Head, but maybe in the entire Southeast.
Now, for somebody that wants to buy this property or is interested in seeing it, how can they reach you?
I am with Charter One Realty. At the North End office at Main Street, 81 Main Street. My cell phone number is 843-384-8111. Call me there anytime. My email address is dc, like David Carroll, hiltonhead@gmail. I've been here 27 years, and if I can help assist you with your real estate needs, I would consider that a privilege.
Well, thank you, David, for sharing this incredible property with us, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
With me now is Chance Manzara with Galaxy Construction, here to tell us about roofing restoration. Hi, Chance.
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for being with us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, can you tell us what makes Galaxy Construction different than other companies doing this same line of work?
The main difference with us from other companies or contractors is that we use a synthetic underlayment called titanium UDL. And what's really neat about this product is it's completely tear resistant. It's got a Class A fire rating. It can be left unexposed for up to 6 months. It's got a 25-year warranty, and most of your standard contractors are using just only felt paper, which you can actually tear by your hands. So this is one of the real big differences between us and the other contractors out there.
Well, that's good to know. Now, what is the advantage of using Galaxy Construction?
One of the advantages to using Galaxy Construction is we're actually certified Master Elite with the nation's largest manufacturer of shingles. That's GAF. So because they've recognized us as a certified Master Elite contractor, we're actually going to be able to offer the homeowner a 50-year non-prorated warranty on materials and labor.
That's great. Now, we were talking earlier that hurricane season is upon us. Is it possible for a homeowner to have storm damage without even knowing it?
Absolutely. You wouldn't know that there's storm damage, hail damage, or wind damage without having a certified roof inspector come out and take a look at your home. You cannot see the damage from the ground. That's why it's important to have someone like ourselves come out and take a look at your home.
Now, you had mentioned earlier that homeowners on Hilton Head in particular should be aware of this with regard to the hail damage.
Absolutely. There's been multiple hailstorms in the last 3 years that we found that homeowners had no idea about. So our services do include a free no obligation roof inspection that's no cost to the homeowner. We'd be more than happy to come out and take a look at your property.
Okay. And now, what can the customer expect from Galaxy Construction?
Prompt service, no money up front, a clean construction area, one point of contact throughout the entire process. We're all trained to handle insurance claims. We're very familiar with the criteria and certifications each insurance company is looking to meet to file a claim. Hague Engineering, the list goes on and on.
Now, can you tell us about the kinds of materials that you use?
Only the best, and that's GAF. It's the #1 manufacturer for shingles throughout North America. And again, the UDL, ice and water shield. Our roofing system is going to be the last roofing system you're ever going to put on your home, unless, of course, another hailstorm comes along or a hurricane.
And now, can you explain in a little more detail about the UDL?
Sure. UDL, what's neat about it, for one, as I said, it can be left uncovered on the home for up to 6 months. But let's say, for example, a hurricane comes. Your shingles will be blown off, but titanium UDL, because it is a synthetic woven material and you can't tear it, it would take wind in excess of 130 miles an hour to actually blow the titanium UDL off your home. So again, if the shingles were blown off your home, the titanium UDL will be behind and it will keep your home from having any water damage, so you will be fully protected with this product.
Well, that's great to know, especially like we mentioned before that we're in hurricane season. So those viewers, that want to get in touch with you, how can they reach you?
They can reach us by phone at 843-473-4995, or you can reach us online at galaxyconstruction.us.
And thanks so much, Chance, for this helpful information, and thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thank you.
And thank you for joining us today. I'm Jenny Lockhart. Join us next time for your real estate news.